Looking to buy or sell a home?
Contact Shannon Franklin of RE/MAX Elite.
With years of experience, Shannon offers personalized service to help you achieve your real estate goals.
Call Shannon at 262-960-5182 or visit shannonfranklin.remax.com to start your real estate journey today.
Shannon Franklin is your trusted partner in the real estate market.
Looking for unique handcrafted creations?
Aaron Hunzinger of AH Did It specializes in one-of-a-kind lighting, custom furniture, and get this, more.
Each piece is carefully crafted with care and imagination, ensuring no two are alike.
No project is too big or small.
For more, find Aaron on social media under AH Did It. Yes, that's all one word, AH Did It.
Where imagination meets craftsmanship. Come hungry to Frank's Diner and enjoy some of Kenosha's best food.
From their iconic garbage plate to mouth-watering Bloody Marys.
Frank serves up delicious breakfasts and lunches every day.
Grab the meal of your lifetime at 508 58th Street and check out franksdinerkenosha.com.
And don't forget, order what you want, eat what you get.
On this episode of the Ktown Connects podcast, our guest has been suiting up Kenosha for years, and now he's stitching his own path. We connect with the owner of Stitches Tailor Shop and Her Clothing, the man who will never go out of style, Shad DeLacy. Cue that music, Jason.
Hello, everyone out there in podcast land. Welcome to an all-new episode of the Ktown Connects podcast, where we connect Kenosha. I am one of your hosts. My name is Jason, and with me is my buddy and everybody's buddy, Mr. Donnie Stancato. How you doing there, Donnie?
I am doing fantastic, Jason. I am so great.
You look great today. There's some fine threads you're wearing.
Well, I mean, I had to try to be stylish. We got one of the best-looking men who has the greatest style in Kenosha is in the studio now, so I had to dress to impress today.
I know, it's a beautiful salmon suit you're wearing.
Thank you so much.
She did not get that from me.
Speaking of the studio, where are we at, Donnie?
We are at the Frank Parise studio here in downtown Kenosha. So if you need a lawyer, call the guy who knows Kenosha like the back of his briefcase. That's Frank J. Parise. He's been defending clients since 1985. Criminal defense, DUIs, traffic tickets, he's got you covered. Give Frank a call at 262-656-9906 before your mom finds out you've been busted. Frank will help you out, yes. Thank you very much, Frank Parise, for that sponsorship.
And how about that theme song, Donnie?
Oh my God, Dropping Daisies just wows me every time I hear that rocker.
Such a great song. Almost want to hear it again. No.
Shad, Micayla, that was a rocker, huh?
That was a rocker.
I mean, they did that just for us.
Just for us. And what I hear, number one in the charts.
And you know what? Always number one in all of our hearts.
Yay!
Yes, thank you, Angie, for that. Thank you so much. And Jason, what's brewing here in the Frank Parise studio?
Oh, Donnie, I am enjoying this delicious light lager from Public Craft Brewing.
Yeah, you are.
Sorry,
it is delicious.
Public Brewing Company.
Yes, there you go.
They have some great beers, great food down there. You can find them downtown at 628 58th Street.
Yeah, that is correct. Yes. Rex and Russ do a great job, and Matt. We can't forget about good old Matt down there
Still
at
down
Public
there,
Brewing
yeah.
Company. Great food, great beer, great fun, great
They do their
entertainment.
brewery tours every Saturday, too. So if you
Yes.
want, I got something to do on Saturday afternoon, look for something, sign up for a brewery tour.
Yeah,
You can check it out,
You
see
know
what they
maybe
do.
we do a little Ktown Connects field trip for a brewery.
Oh, we should do that.
Yeah,
That'd be
we
fun.
should. Yeah, then we got to do something on a Saturday. Sounds like a chore to me.
A little bit of work don't hurt.
Well, who are we here with today, Jason?
We are here with Shad DeLacy, currently the owner of Stitches Tailor Shop and the upcoming Her Clothing Boutique. You might know him from SJ Crystals, where he's been for a couple years before
Yeah,
that.
for quite a while.
We'll get to that in a
2 or
little
3
bit.
years.
Yeah, a few years.
Something like that.
Yeah, so Stitches and her clothing located at 4906 7th Avenue in beautiful downtown
So we're going to
Kenosha.
get to that.
I know, but I just got to give him plugs because I love this guy so much, you know? But, this segment is all about just getting to know him as a person.
Connecting.
Yeah, we're going to connect with Shad right now. Shad,
Yes. Thank you for having me, Don.
thank you for coming in. Thank you for
Yes.
coming in. Born and
Donnie,
raised.
connect over the table, not under the table.
Please.
So, born and raised in Kenosha?
Born and raised in Kenosha.
All right, how many siblings do you have?
So there's 5 of us all together.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All SHA, the beginning of our name. So Shannon,
Really?
Yeah, Shannon, Sean, my sister Shala, I'm Shad, and then Chavez is my younger brother.
Wow.
What kind of student were you then?
A horrible student. Horrible student. Yeah, not a good student at all either. I was like one of the first kids to get tested for having a learning disability, so I'm extremely dyslexic. So like being like back then, there wasn't any testing. Like I was the testing. Like I remember being in one class with one teacher, and that was it. And then all these other kids started kind of filing in afterwards. But I was the one to kind of start that program here out of Frank School.
Wow.
So yeah, there was a lot of attention around me going to school for the first. I think it was maybe like 3rd or 4th grade is when that kind of started. Being held back in kindergarten. I mean, what the hell you learn in
Ouch.
kindergarten?
Right.
Yeah. Getting held
Yeah,
back
back
for.
for, right.
And the same thing for 1st grade. So they knew something wasn't going on, happening up there. They just didn't know. So that teacher, Miss Arbor, wherever you are, she really took her time with me because she had no choice. It was just literally
job.
the 2 of us. But she helped me learn how to kind of get over that. Like, for example, I learned how, I had to learn that I read everything backwards, right?
Okay.
Everything's flipped for me.
Wow.
When I see it at first, it's flipped. And for some reason, my brain allows me within a split second to kind of turn that.
Wow.
So then she had her book upside down, and I'm reading along with her. And she was like, from now on, what we'll do is we'll have your book covers, because remember you had to cover your books with paper and stuff.
Yeah.
So they never knew what side up end it was until I showed them, and I would just learn how to read upside down first.
Wow.
And then just flip it over and then read it so I can, catch on. So I had to learn twice.
Holy shit.
Since then. So, and I was like that all the way to 11th grade. So,
Wow.
I mean, I wasn't even in, mainstream classes until the 11th grade. I was like, I'm not going to graduate having, this stigma of being
Right.
dyslexic, even though it didn't stop me. I mean, I was still doing what I do now. I mean, it just work,
So what was your first job?
First job, I was Smith Printing. Smith Printing was a shop that was my first legitimate job where I had a full-fledged W-2. I think it was 13. I don't even know how I was able to do that, but my dad knew everybody, so I was able to get these real jobs. They gave me a real check.
Was that here in town?
Yeah, that was on the corner of, let's say that's 63rd and 14th Avenue.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so right there, Brass, right
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I would walk from Lincoln, stop there, and all it was just a janitor. I just clean up.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fun too. I had a really good time, and the boss's wife loved me. So they had hot cocoa waiting for me and stuff like
very
that. Yeah, it was
nice.
great. It was great. It was a great job. Yeah, yeah.
So did you have any aspirations, what did you want to be when you grew up? I mean, you said you wanted to work, but do you have any kind of ideas on...
I knew I didn't want to get dirty. That part I knew. I am a big-time germaphobe. So, probably by 16, I knew I wanted to be in retail. So in 95 was when I started in working for Crystals. I remember it was, and I started working there because I actually got into a lot of trouble. As soon as I hit high school and realized, kind of, I don't know who I was going to be, I guess, it wasn't a good person. Yeah, I was just living a life, just trying to figure out who I was. And then probably hanging around the wrong crowd. And if you know my father, he doesn't play those type of games. He's a very straightforward dude. You either do this or you get out type thing.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's just how he rolled. So I had to, play that part, and he helped me get a job at SJ Crystals. He used to, buy a majority of his clothes from Lou.
Oh.
So it was like a favor to Lou that, hey, can you help my kid out? He's getting into some trouble. We need to get him a real job. He cannot account for all these dividends that he has. So let's make sure that he's squared up, at least with some a good job. So, Louis definitely took that. That was a favor from my father. It wasn't like I had any skills in that, and that's anything to do with that. All I knew how to do was sell weed, to be honest with you. And that came really easy. So I figured selling clothes could be, cool, and I wouldn't get dirty doing that. So,
right.
And then Louis taking on a young kid at 17, that's a big deal. I mean, it's, we're dealing with thousands and thousands of dollars of inventory. I know he trusted me. He knew my dad and very well, but it's a matter of him being able to say, I'm going to let this kid be on the floor and be in charge of selling my stuff to people.
Yeah, that's a big step for Louis. I mean, that's,
for sure.
Yeah. Even if you trust you to be honest, you might fuck things up too.
For sure. I mean, you're learning as you go.
Yeah.
I mean, but the thing about it too is I think that helped me with my dyslexia is that I remember everything. It's like I have to remember everything. It's like I have to repeat things in my mind over and over and over and over again to have it stick there. And then as soon as it's there, I could just reword everything you just said to me, And that's how I got through school. That's how I got through like my presentations and all that kind of stuff. I'd have, the key points written down, but I was just, memorizing it and then just pretty much just doing it as a song. It's as easy as just remembering, your ABCs or something like that for me. Me starting off at Crystal's was just the start of who I knew I was going to be.
Yep, you becoming you.
Mm-hmm, yeah, so I will always thank Crystal's for that, for sure. I mean, they gave me my start to feel real comfortable opening up a women's clothing store and knowing the behind the scenes of a tailor shop and stuff like that. So
because you and Lou got pretty close because you worked there for a long time.
Man, yeah. I mean, on and off, it would have been 30 years in Feb.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Crystal's had numerous locations around town. Where were they located? Was that in Pershing when you started working there?
I was at the Pershing store. So
Okay.
I was at 3 stores with them. Pershing, Southport Plaza. A lot of people forget we're all the way
Oh,
out
yeah,
there. That was a
yeah.
shitty place
That's
to be.
right.
Yeah.
I forgot.
We lost a
about
lot
that.
of our clientele from then. Yeah, that was a rough one for the store, but it was a must to keep going. To keep going on. And this downtown store was by far their best store. Visually, economically for them. That was their store, their building. So it wasn't.
So when you say on and off, what were some of your side tracks, and when you would leave SJ Crystals and come back, what were your adventures, so to speak?
I bounced all over the place. I mean, I think for me it was just tough being
have it stick there, and then as soon as it's there, I could just.
And I don't want to sound weird about this, but having.
And that's how I got through school. That's how I got through like my presentations and all that kind of stuff.
A lot of people
I
know
have
that last name.
the
A lot
key
of people
points
know
written
my
down,
brothers.
but I would just
Sean's a very talented
memorize
musician.
them
My brother
and
Shannon's
just pretty
taking
much
over my
just
dad's business.
doing
So,
it as a song.
I get a lot of
just,
that, and I'm
it's
not
as
trying to act
easy
like
as
this
just
is like
remembering,
I get that all the time.
or something
But
like
that name does hold some
So
weight, right?
when I was
Well, it's
learning
gotta-
the shtick,
sometimes it's gotta
selling
be
stuff,
like,
remembering
a little bit of
you know,
pressure.
learning
I mean,
someone's size
it's
right
not
when
the
you
worst
walk
thing in the
and
world.
everything,
I try not to. I don't complain about that. But I'm not.
techniques.
You know,
I
I'm
guess
not.
you call it.
But you're only
to
human.
remember to know everyone's
So
size.
every time I
And at
wanted
least get as
to
close as you
be
can.
to get away from that,
They're wild.
or whatever
That blows
else
people away.
that
Yeah,
was
they don't know
bothering me
how
at
to
the time,
react
I'd
to
leave.
that
I
because
just
they don't
pack
even know
up
their
and
size.
just reset.
You know, you're telling them what they are, and so
or
learning
go to-
that.
And to celebrate there.
100%. Yeah,
I
as soon as
loved
you know that, you
Philadelphia.
already
That was a
have
good
that
time. I mean,
that customer.
one
You already
thing
have them
about
on the hook.
working
As soon as
in
you
any
have that,
fashion,
then
unless you're working
you
for
can do
those
whatever
big
you want
companies,
after
those
that.
big companies,
And it's
you're
not like
making
they're
a
taking
bunch of money.
advantage. They're just waiting for.
Not saying that I wouldn't have been able to do what I wanted to do at Crystal's, but there's a lot of pressure. Like when you have that, you have a home, you have these cars, and you have a wife that's maybe not the happiest. That you're still working at SJ Crystal's and you're not a manager yet. You're just selling clothes.
Yeah.
In her mind, makes for a very long life together. So I figured, at this point, I think I worked for Louis. I want to say maybe, I don't know, 5-6 years at this point. And then it was just time for me to leave. When I left, it wasn't sad. At that point, it was just like it's just time.
It's time.
There might have been some feelings or whatever, but nothing that was discussed at that moment. So when I left, I left to take care of mine. But the thing about that was it was quick to catch on to that job. I started off as just a regular salesman. Before that, within 6 months, I was managing the Hawthorne store, which was like the number 22 store, if you would. So not the best, but out of 200 some odd stores, it's not too
Pretty
bad.
good.
You know, so learning all these different steps.
And very young learning
very
all this
young.
stuff.
Yeah, I was 25.
All right, I got to ask you this. Did it get to your head?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, for sure, man. I mean, like I was living in Milwaukee,
and you're making bank.
but yeah, and then it's like extra. You know, I mean, every bill is taken care of. You know, you don't have to do any of the shady stuff, but you still are. You know, because you're just, you know, But then too, I go back to like live in Milwaukee back then, like because now you're knocking on the door at 2000. You know, there's a lot that happened in the year of 2000. It just was a freaky year. I think I actually even got divorced that year. Maybe, I don't know. It got really weird after I went up to that bigger mainstream, you know, high, fast, expensive world, and it messed me up. I'm not gonna lie, and that's probably why I came back and forth to Kenosha so many times.
How did it mess you up?
Just the people that you experience in that note. I mean, like at Crystal's, it was definitely family oriented. We had, you know, back then we had, you know, Christmas, you know, parties and Christmas dinners and stuff like that, you know, where it was like a must to go. And having that person, like if you're hurting for something, like even just like, you know, if you're having issues with your wife or money issues, or you know, you need a place just to get away from it all. Like Louis was that guy for me growing up like that. You know, I was young. You know, so so from jumping from that and having everyone too that worked at Crystal's being part of your circle, and then going to even a city like Milwaukee, which isn't big to me at all, but it's completely different than how Kenosha was, and you're lonely, but you don't know you are until you wake up that day and there's nobody there. And then the reason why I moved back, I do have a kid. I have my own biological son. Unfortunately, we're not as close as I want us to be, but it is what it is. But when he was young, I had a much closer relationship with him, and he said, "Dad, why don't you live here in Kenosha?" And I couldn't give him a good enough answer. So I came back, not even reluctantly. It wasn't the easiest thing for me to do because, like, when you do leave Kenosha, I don't know if you guys ever did that before. When sometimes you turn your coat and you're like, I'm out of here, that type of thing. I didn't do that the first time, but I did that like probably the 2 or 3 times after that, you know, because you think that it's time to go, but at that same time, it's like you see that, you know, that grass is greener on that other side. It has to be. And then when you come back, it's like, yeah, it's all just green grass, you know. So, you know, this time coming back, you know, I just moved back here. In fact, in 2017, you know, that's when I was in Philly, and then after Philly, I went down to Miami for a little bit, and then moved from Miami back to Kenosha. And so I knew I wanted to, you know, come back here and maybe, you know, definitely start some relationships up here, get myself on a different track, and just be more focused on the important stuff that I want to be focused on, and then the rest of whatever was distracting me in Kenosha, I just kind of, you know, push it to the side.
Just let it go.
Just let it go. I mean, it's different when you're 48. You know, when you're 30
when you're
or
24 or something.
It's different then. You know, now you don't have to give a shit as much. You know, and you know, just making sure you're focusing on your people and, you know, staying in your lane. And if you do that, then there's no reason for me to have too many waves, you know, around. So that's why I keep as close key as possible.
So you're back in Kenosha here, 2017. You're back at Crystal's.
Oh yeah.
Did you? Lou was getting older. Do you have any like aspirations to take over that business? Were you thinking about that? Did you have any discussions with him?
I guess I thought I wanted to, especially when I moved back. But when I moved back, that wasn't my intent at all, actually, to work back at Crystal's. Like, Louis was just being Louis. I walked in one day. When I came back to Kenosha, I came back with a vengeance. I mean, it wasn't like I just kind of eased back in. You know, I had to come back and be humbled when I came back, so I wasn't in the best of states. I think I only had like maybe 2 quarters to rub together at the time. I didn't have anything. And I didn't go there, you know, for cash or anything. I just went there just because I needed a place just to be. And I was already downtown, and I walked into Crystal's, and of course there's Louis right there behind the desk where he always is. And, you know, was able to give him, you know, talk to him, let him know what was going on with me, give me an opportunity to get back on my feet. I remember him giving me like $40, and you know, just kind of, you know, doing like what Lou does. He, you know, likes to take care of his friends. But back then, I was really struggling with the booze, man. I mean, I used to drink a lot. You know, that's one of those things, too, in this business, especially in men's clothing. We were just all alcoholics, really. I mean,
we're closing, we're going out.
Yeah. I mean, we celebrated something today. I had a huge sale or whatever. You know, you find a reason to and I didn't realize how much of an alcoholic I was until, you know, much later in life. I'm 10 years sober, well, almost 10 years sober now.
Oh, congratulations.
10 years sober now. And that's not the thing about my addiction isn't the actual booze itself. It's what I'm allowed to do when I was drunk. Like not having like those I give a shit moments, you know, and just being able to handle myself and not have to worry about anybody else, you know, being a really good selfish drunk, you know. But that, you know, that only left me very, very alone again, and then just not happy at all. So I had to get off of that first, and it's good too that, you know, Louis, you know, he's a proud sober person.
Yep.
You know,
when he was on the podcast, he showed us his coin.
So, and that's why I wanted to immerse myself around him as well too, as an example. You know, it's easy to go back in that, especially if it's not the actual, like people are like addicted to the booze. I'm addicted to the attitude, the fuel that it gives me to go out there and do what I have to do. If it's legal or if it's good or if it's bad, I didn't care at that moment, and that's why I had to get off the sauce for me. Everybody has their own triggers, right? So, but knowing that I could be around him, my brother Chavez, he's been sober for a long time now. So being around those guys right when I got back to Kenosha, that's what my own main concern was. It just staying dry. And I knew if I spent time with Louis, that would rub off on me because I didn't want to disappoint him. Like he's like my dad. I've known him, you know, for that time.
So he was many inspiration.
Years. Oh, absolutely.
In more ways than one with that.
And just being a guy being a guy that I could vent to, you know, and know that what I'm saying isn't going to be, you know, in the happenings magazine. You know, it's like it all stays in that one conversation, you know. And some of the stuff I was talking to him about were 100% private that nobody should ever be knowing. But you know, you can't bring that stuff with you, or else you're only going to be holding those demons. Right. And I think when I came back, Lou was it was a win-win because I had that energy. Like I didn't want to be involved with anything really to do with Kenosha yet, my first year being back, because I didn't want to be distracted. So all I wanted to do is just work and let me ease myself back in the community instead of just being, hey, Kenosha, I'm back home.
Right.
You know, who's back, baby?
And hoping that everyone's happy about it, you know. And if, you know, so from that standpoint too, it's like I'm glad that I was able to ease my way back in there through SJ Crystals. And then, you know, 7 years later, you know, or almost 8 years later, being able to be like comfortable in opening up my own type of situations, right?
About Time Moving System. It's about time moving was easy.
Wow, local or long distance, big or small, Quinn and his experienced team have got you covered.
Make the move today by calling Quinn at 262-222-2624 or visit abouttimemoving.com today. Get a move on!
5 stars. Honor your loved ones with dignity by choosing Casey Family Options, funerals and cremations in your time of need.
For over 50 years, Casey Family Options Funerals and Cremations has been your caring neighbors, offering personalized funeral and cremation services.
Steve's experienced team is here to guide you through every step with compassion and respect.
Visit them at 3016 75th Street or call 262-653-0667.
Learn more at CaseyFamilyOptions.com.
Looking to upgrade your floors or remodel your space?
Well, visit Dickhouse Czak Tile at 6403 75th Street.
They specialize in tile, flooring, and home renovations, offering expert design and installation services.
Visit DickHouseCzak.com or call them at 262-694-9777 and get that free estimate today.
Dickhouse Czak, where your home makeover begins.
Hey, do you want to hear this episode with all those pesky commercials? Well, head over to ktownconnects.com to become a Patreon supporter. Donnie, did you know that being a Patreon supporter gets this episode early, ad-free, and with bonus material?
What? Really?
Subscription starts just $2 a month.
$2? That's, I would think it'd be like $100.
No, it's $2. You can give more.
Oh, I would love to.
You can give $10. You get a mug, a coffee mug.
A coffee mug?
One-of-a-kind coffee mug.
Ktown Connects coffee mug?
A Ktown Connects Patreon supporter coffee mug.
I gotta have
Oh my gosh. So click that link to sign up. This episode is brought to you by our Patreon subscriber of the week, and that's Lynn Johnson. Thanks, Lynn, for your support.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Thank you so much, Lynn, for that.
And, Donnie,
Jason.
if you have something to say, do you have an opinion? Do you have some kind of rant about Ktown Connects? Well, you can go to ktownconnects.com and click on that phone link and leave us a message.
Yeah, call the hotline. You can say whatever you want.
The Ktown Connects hotline is open.
Yes, ktownconnects.com.
You can leave your name. You can not leave your name. And leave a message as long as you want. Well, try to keep it under 30 seconds or so, please. The last one was a little long that we had.
Yeah, well, yeah, we really went off on that guy.
Yeah, poor guy.
I forgot his name, but what was he talking about? Oh, yeah, he's talking about rugby.
Yeah, rugby's kind of cool, but yeah.
Yeah, we really blasted him. Sorry about that.
You guys are making it easy for people to call.
Yeah, I know it is. We got one here from one of our biggest fans, Raven Ryuda.
Oh, Raven. What's Raven have to say?
I don't know. It's only 7 seconds.
All right, that's what I like.
So let's find out here.
The Ktown Connects podcast. It smells if you smell it.
All right.
Yay!
Well, thank you, Raven, for that. That was worth the wait to play.
Wow. So if you have a message, can you beat that message that Raven left? If you can, ktownconnects.com. Click on that phone link.
Please do. And there was a joke she wanted me to tell, but now I can't remember it. So she's going to...
I think she told me it too, and I can't remember it either.
Yeah, sorry, Raven. We'll get that in one of these episodes. This is like the Matt Damon on late night. On the Jimmy Kimmel show.
Okay.
I can feel that.
All right. Okay. All right.
No, nobody gets that reference. You got that reference.
I'm with you. I'm with you
Right.
downtown, Donnie.
All right. I'm with you.
All right. Well, we are back here with Shad DeLacy, and he's the owner of Stitches Tailor Shop and Her Clothing with his lovely daughter, Micayla. And the shops are located at 4906 7th Avenue. Her Clothing will be opening soon, so be on the lookout for that. You can check out the websites at herclothingshop.com.
Who's clothing?
Herclothingshop.com.
Who's on first?
You're on first. StitchesTailorShop.com. You can follow on Instagram at Her Clothing Kenosha. So give them a follow on that as well. So now we're going to just figure out what is going on with these brand new shops in downtown
I need to
Kenosha.
get connected to these new shops down here.
I do too, because you know what? I love a good tailor shop, and I love a good women's clothing shop.
Well, Donnie, you know how to dress.
Well, I do.
And your lady knows how to dress. So I
Yes,
gotta
she
see.
does. She really does.
So I think you both would be down there. You'd be getting new buttons on your underwear, and she can get a new dress.
Yeah, I'll be buying her some clothes over there as well.
That's what I just said.
Well, Christmas is coming. You're going to be open
corner.
just in time
That's
for
right.
Christmas. I can't wait.
That's right.
All right, so let's get the scoop from both of you guys. How did this idea for Her Clothing come to be, and then we'll get into Stitches after that.
Sure. Well, like they're kind of run hand in hand as far as like the need for both. We don't have like a true blue women's clothing store here or a shop. It's just something small where you could get some everyday ladies clothing options, right? And then we don't have like a true blue tailor shop. Yes, there's some dry cleaners that do some tailoring and all that kind of stuff, but nothing like a true blue tailor shop that you can get in and get those alterations done.
And you've been talking about opening up Her Clothing
Absolutely.
for like years.
For years.
Specifically her.
Yeah, yeah. That name was been in the back of my mind for a very long time.
Well,
Yeah.
a lot of downtowns have like a lot of women's boutique shops. Like,
Sure.
So it's kind of surprising that downtown Kenosha doesn't have
Yeah,
that.
tell me about it, right?
So yeah, that's kind of something that we definitely need.
Sure. Yeah, it's been something that's been in the back of my mind forever. I just didn't know if it was, if I was able to do that. I've known Micayla and her family, obviously her mom, Natalie, I love you. I've known Micayla now for 10 years, right? So when I first met her, I thought that it would be cool if she was into women's fashion to maybe pursue that as her career. Not knowing that the outcome of that, right? I mean, when I met her, she was 8.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not like I'm sitting there thinking, I wonder if she'll probably be the best businesswoman ever. But having her learn the business with me, she would come with me to SJ Crystals. I remember that first day when she came with me. I was surprised she wanted to come. I mean, she's a pretty laid back kind of girl. and knowing that she wanted to go just to hang out with me. It wasn't like she was going there to be hanging out at a men's clothing store, but for us to hang out and spend that time together was cool to see her also like do clothing stuff. Like she's there, steaming clothes and getting everything ready for merchandising and all that kind of stuff. So she's learning at a very, very, very young age. So even back then too, I just kind of saw that potential of it, but not knowing. And, she was only 11 the first time she came to the store. But even with those things too, I knew that she had her own style and taste of, and that's part of that too, where it might not be what I want from her, but I could see that she had her own style even back then. Even the way she used to draw. When she would draw figures, it was more like she was drawing how people draw mannequins when they're like making their sketches for gowns and dresses and stuff like that. So I actually had her draw me some. They're raw, but I still have them to this day. I always keep those too. And then as she started getting older, it was giving her options as far as like what she wanted to do, like for her career. You're be graduating soon, and at that time it was like a going between cosmetology and a women's clothing store. And I was just praying in the background of I didn't want to be like that guy, like pushing her to do something and just hoping that she will, but just definitely guiding her. I didn't want to use my Jedi mind trick on her, or anything, and get her to do that, do something just because I know that she'd be great at it. I wanted her to, to decide on that on her own.
I mean, I didn't really want to do cosmetology because, like, I cut my own hair, so I thought maybe I could just do that. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do.
And then as soon as she said that she was interested in clothing, then we had to start moving, and then we had to start thinking about this. So the next step is she needs to learn how to be involved in clothing.
So my junior year of high school, I wanted to do an apprenticeship mostly because I didn't want to go to class all that much.
Yeah, hey.
I didn't want to be at school all that much. I started working there in like August of 2024. I worked there for almost a year.
Okay.
And I kind of just
soaked everything.
What did you learn the most, sir?
Mostly just learn how to like talk to customers and sell a dress. Although my coworkers, they were more good at that sort of thing, so I kind of just helped from the background, but I also learned a little bit from them. So when they weren't there, I would help customers get a dress that they wanted.
So kind of just soaked it all in, kind of just learning. That's what you were doing, internship. Just soaking it all in.
Just learning. Oh, another thing, I had to write all the receipts too.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Eek.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'd be like,
doing that at her. That's for sure.
yeah. So sometimes I'd be like writing the receipt, and the customer would just be waiting. So it was kind of awkward. Like in the beginning, I didn't really know how to like make conversation. So it just
because you kind of got to stall a little bit while you're writing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I can't
learning
really,
those things are important.
Talking and writing at the same time, sometimes you'll mess up.
Oh yeah, let's get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are the things I wanted her to learn on her own.
So how did you guys pick out these clothes? You guys go to these conventions.
Oh yeah, it's dope. Yeah, it's fun.
And you go, you kind of let her do her own thing.
To a certain extent,
it wasn't just me.
It just wasn't us. I wanted to give a shout out to Cheryl Renee Johnson.
Oh yes, I couldn't remember. Yeah, that's right.
Cheryl Renee Johnson. We love Cheryl. So, Cheryl's husband Chris was a customer of mine at Crystal's, and I knew that Cheryl had really good taste. She just knows how to dress. Like I dressed Chris, I dressed her husband, and she would just send me like, "Hey Shad," she would have her outfit laid out on the bed. Like, "Shad, I'm wearing this. When Chris comes in, I need you to match him up with something." And that's it. Like I never had to like compliment her. I not compliment, but like adjust what she's wearing because I sold men's and women's clothing too in my career. I've never, not just men's, but I've done everything. Yeah. So with her, I always trust her style. And then I told myself if I did, after I met her, and there's another lady too, I was very hoping that I'd be able to work with, but unfortunately she's been going through a loss of her husband, so she wasn't able to help us out in the buying process. Karen, we love you too. But with Cheryl, she just had it. I mean, the style. So if I knew I was going to start this, I had to have someone who was a little bit more mature from that standpoint. So she's a real cool lady. She knows what she's doing. So with the mixture of what Cheryl has in her mind and what Micayla has, and blending that together, we came up with a very dope inventory for the store. I mean,
And Micayla can also learn and pick up from this as well to only take this to another level.
Absolutely. So yeah, we go to the buying shows in Chicago. There's a show called The Collective. It's not like everyone can just come off the street and go there. You have to register as a buyer. So I had to register the 3 of us as buyers to attend. I was already a buyer for the men's clothing, so it was really easy. And then getting the credentials for my daughter and for Cheryl was just a matter of just letting them know that they're part of this. So now they are both official registered buyers.
Awesome.
So that's, and she's 18. I mean, that's something that's dope. Her career started already.
I went there when I was 17, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it was in that experience. I've done that. I mean, me and Louie used to go to that. That's where we buy our clothing. It was the same place, but just for the men's. And for me to walk in and it be all women's, I was taken back a little bit. Right? There's a little bit of men's stuff sprinkled in there, but for the most part, this is all women's stuff. And I know women's fashion. I know what I like to see on a lady, but it's not my store. It's this store I created for my daughter. This is not. This is Shad's production, because that's the name of my company that I have the umbrella under, as well as Stitches. But all I do is just pay the bills. I just I just make sure the money's there, so next time they have to go to the buying show, it's there, and I let them do their thing. I have small little inputs as far as things that I want to happen, and those are pretty much concrete because that's just I get that that opportunity because I'm the boss when it comes to that. But when it comes to their creative flair, I don't stifle them. I mean, I don't stifle it. I don't stop them. I just let them roll with it because they're both are just naturals. I'd be nuts if they weren't good at this and be like, they suck, but I'm going to do this anyway. They're just really, really, really good at what they're doing, and I knew her talent a long time ago.
So the storefront here is at 4906 7th Avenue. It's in between the Coffee Pot, which is hopefully coming back, and Cirque on 7th, former location of Latibule, I believe.
Yes.
Those going to have both places in one store. You have Stitches Tailor Shop. That's open now?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. And then her clothing, which is coming soon. How soon?
So I want to say what I'm aiming for is Small Business Saturday, which is November 29th.
Okay.
We're still on track to do that, but unfortunately, there were some surgeries I had to go through in the last, this past month. Not the best time to get them done, but it's not like everyone wants a surgery, to pick their times. It just had to happen. So that did slow us down a little bit. But to be honest with you, I'm still on track like that. I'm pig-headed when it comes to stuff like that.
You set your mind to something, you're going to do it.
Exactly, man. I mean, so right now I feel comfortable saying that, but who knows? I mean, when you're opening up a business, you always try to have those opportunities to let your public know. I mean, this is the first time of me actually saying it out loud that I wanted to be open up on November 29th. I never, but that being said, people postpone their openings all the time. Especially around here. You have that mindset. Yes, I want to be open this day because that'd be a great day. Small Business Saturday. That'd be an awesome day to remember.
But you got to make sure it's perfect for you because it's your business.
Yeah, I'm not going to open up a half-ass store. I mean, there's no need for me to do that because unfortunately we've had half-ass stores here, and that's why they're not here to this day. But that's my goal. We do have a timer clicking on our website right now to November 29th.
HerClothingShop.com.
HerClothingShop.com.
Okay.
So if it changes, you'll see it right there on the website, and then hopefully I can get some word out to you guys too, and let you know let the public know from this end when that's about to drop, and then go from there.
And we're in a throwaway culture right here. Is tailoring really a service that
100%?
Is it?
Yeah, it's a missing thing. It needs to be, I think, brought back in school as not like an option. Like you should learn how to sew your own clothes. At least sew a button on.
Yeah.
I took home ec as a kid. for a number of different reasons.
I thought we had to, didn't we? I took it too.
No, you got
in
your
junior
option.
high, yeah.
So you could do woodwork and mechanical stuff, I think, or you could do home ec.
Okay.
So I was like I said, I never liked getting dirty, so I didn't want to do that part. And plus, all the girls. I mean,
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, there's tons. Yeah, I mean, like you're cooking and sewing with all these girls, and you're rarely. There's rarely any other dudes in there too. So it was a very good time. So I learned how to sew as a young man. It wasn't like I learned. I know how to sew now. I can throw bottoms on. I can get myself through a waist on a pair of pants if I needed to. But my thing I focused on more was the selling part of it. With crystals, that was one of our biggest things, man. I mean, having that part of the actual sale it meant wonders for our customers.
Okay.
For them not to have to worry about the tailoring process and having it fit perfectly. That's the other thing too. Like some guys would be okay with their pants being a little bit big in the waist, but will definitely not let their pants be too long or too short.
Yeah.
And they'll just live with cinching their belt or whatever. Now you have the option to have a pant fit you exactly how it's supposed to, because my other daughter Angelina, who's running Stitches right now, she's our main tailor at Stitches. So yes, I'm doing both of these projects with both my daughters.
You got your family working for you.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got two businesses. I mean, life must be so good for you right now.
Oh my God, man, so good.
I mean, it's fantastic for you.
No, I'm stressed out beyond belief, man. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, it's one thing where, and not stressed out where I'm worried, stressed out like I'm already at the show and I'm waiting for you guys to get there. You know what I mean? It's like that type of, when you have a clock clicking, a ticking clock, and you're just waiting for midnight, and it's 11, and you just want it to be like, let's party, let's do this thing,
let's
right?
go, yeah, it's go time.
So I have the opportunity to do that a little bit more now with these businesses.
So, Shad, you've had a long trip, ups and downs, highs and lows, all over the world.
Yeah.
What's your biggest regret?
Wow. I think my biggest regret is doing everything a little bit too fast. Not taking the time to see if that next step should have been taken. Meaning like I don't have a lot of real close friends, right? I've submersed myself with work, and I finally realized that I'm fine with being alone, as long as the circle of friends I have are like my true circle of friends and family, people that I can trust. But that thing's small. It's really small. That circle is extremely small. But if I would have maybe taken different steps to keep that a little bit more full, then I wouldn't feel like I'm doing all this by myself, because I am. I mean, this part, like, obviously Micayla has her job. Angelina has her job. My job is to make sure everything's running smoothly and they're not getting that pressure. And I'm dealing with those hard phone calls and dealing with those yes and no's that these girls don't need to be dealing with. Angelina needs to just sew, and she needs to just sell clothes. But if I had some backup, it would probably make this trip a little less stressful, especially with all the surgeries I've had. Like my wife is a nurse, Natalie, I'll say her name again. She's a nurse, and she's a very high-profile nurse because of what she does and where she does it at, right? So I can't be like, hey, I need you to do this for these shops. Like she has, but some of the stuff she just doesn't know what to do. So I think taking a little bit more time might have been a little bit of a better thing for me, just in life in general, to kind of slow down a little bit. Maybe finding my number two for these businesses before I just started them, to have that backup. But all in all, I mean, I don't sit back and look at regrets either, though. I mean, those are one of those things in life where if I do stop and pick at that and see and say, hey, I wish if I would have done that, this would have happened, I wouldn't be sitting here with you fine gentlemen
There
right
you go.
now next to my daughter and opening these stores. Everything that I've done is done for a reason, good, bad, or ugly.
Beep, beep!
Looking for a reliable ride? CarBox, owned by Scott Dooley, has you covered with locations in Racine.
CarBox offers quality used cars at a great price, making car buying easy and stress-free.
Stop on by 1750 22nd Avenue in Kenosha or 3317 Durand Ave in Racine, and browse their inventory online at carboxwi.com.
Carbox, driving you to your next adventure. Beep, beep. The Port has been a non-stop house party since 1985.
This unique establishment is where your weird uncle probably hangs out. They don't offer fancy martinis or fried apps. Instead, you can roll some dice with the bartender, jam at some pinball, and enjoy live music almost every weekend.
Find them on Facebook or stop on by to have a snort at the Port. Gentlemen, are you ready to look your best? Visit Faded Barbershop for Men at their new location, 4807 7th Avenue.
Faded skilled barbers, Boda and Trisha, are dedicated to providing top-notch grooming services. Faded also offers waxing and gray blending services to keep you looking sharp.
Follow them on Facebook to find your appointment openings.
Faded Barbershop for Men is where every cut is a masterpiece.
And it's time for our Kenosha Connects. And our Kenosha Connects is brought to you this week by Union Park Tavern.
Oh, Fridays in Kenosha just aren't the same without a legendary Union Park Tavern fish fry, voted best in Kenosha for over 10 years running.
But why stop at Fridays? Union Park Tavern is dishing out delicious food 7 days a week, including a weekend brunch that kicks off at 9 a.m. Because guess what, Jason? Eggs and bacon wait for no one!
Meatloaf Monday is my favorite. With those,
yes.
those homemade mashed potatoes.
Don't forget
good.
about Taco Tuesday!
So head on down to Union Park Tavern, 4520 8th Avenue, and cheers to a good time.
Yes, definitely. All right, you guys ready for our Kenosha Connects questions?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get this started. All right, what was the last great meal you had in Kenosha?
Well, I like a lot of. Are you talking about Kenosha-based restaurants?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. That would have to be Sal's.
Sal's Pizza.
Oh yeah. I love
Great
Sal's.
pizza pie there.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. Me and my brother both love Sal's. I mean, he has a standing order for every Friday.
So good. Their pizza is
yeah.
top
that,
three
I think
for
the
me.
last thing I had I think it was the calzone I had. And a small pizza.
I'll have to try that calzone. I never had one
it's
from there because
tasty.
I always just get the pizza.
Yeah,
Is it garlic butter they put on that crust too? There.
Come on, man.
Ooh,
Don't
wait.
stop. Yeah, you gotta get that. You have to have the breadsticks too. You gotta have them.
Yes.
Automatic.
All right. Your favorite local band or musician, either today or from the past?
I'm gonna go with Relativity. I like those guys.
Oh, yeah, Relativity. Yeah.
They're good.
Cool.
Good guys. Good guys.
All right.
Shout out to Hector
Ooh, Hector.
LaLuce. Love that guy. He's a bass player for them.
Oh, so he slaps the bass, huh?
He sure does. He sure does.
All right. Have you ever pissed in the Kenosha Piss Tunnel?
I think I invented that.
That's a thing.
Oh, you don't know about the Kenosha Piss Tunnel?
I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's on Facebook, which all the old people use. It's a page on there.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's a tunnel up on north side of Kenosha, not too far away. And
It's interesting.
I'll give you one guess what it smells like.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's a no from you, Micayla? Never used it?
No.
Okay.
didn't know it existed.
Good to know.
All right. Here we go, Shad.
All right.
In which Kenosha bar do you think you spent the most money in lifetime?
Wow.
You've been sober for 10 years now.
Yeah.
But
This one isn't hard. I'm going to have to say Interlude 2.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was right down the street from Crystal, so
Yeah.
I mean, it was easy. Yeah, that's hands down. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jimmy's probably like,
Yeah,
damn.
thanks, Jimmy. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, that's why his stock went down after I stopped drinking. Yeah, spent many a month of a night there, for sure.
what is one thing you wish you could change about Kenosha?
Man, our heart of Kenosha is suffering. You know, like in between 60th, screw that. In between 50th Street and let's say 70th Street, and then going down from 30th Avenue down to Sheridan. There's nothing. There's no nothing. There's no clothing stores, obviously. There's no tailor shops, obviously, but there's no regular stuff like dry cleaners and McDonald's or
Grocery
Starbucks or grocery stores. You know, you're going to, like, it'd be nice to have something central for all those people who live in the middle of Kenosha. You
The
know?
Kin area will change that.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
I'm hoping too.
We'll see.
10, 15 years, right?
Yeah, whenever that comes around, we'll be ready for it.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Everything's like moved out west. It's really it's very sad to see.
It's real. I mean, I'm glad downtown's starting to. Downtown's there's always something going on downtown.
But you're right.
Which is good.
Like that area is almost a dead zone.
Exactly. Like what do those people in those situations they're having to travel? And that's not helpful for anybody. So that'd be one thing I would love to see change is for the heart of Kenosha to actually have a heartbeat.
All right. Which now closed Kenosha business do you wish you could bring back?
So do you guys remember that that restaurant that used to be, now it's a coffee shop on 75th Street, and it was like a seafood place, and you walk in and there's this big treasure chest.
Captain Steak Joint.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. That place.
All right.
That
kind of by Chiapettas, but kind of back behind there.
Like by Dairy Queen.
Kind of.
Okay,
Kind of,
yes,
but in
yes.
between,
Was it an Omega at a time?
Yeah, it was an Omega. Bring Omega back. That
Omega was good.
I mean, that building, the Chiapetta building, that held so many dope places. But the Chiapettas are holding it down over there.
Yeah.
But it was Omega. Those burgers were just on point.
Do you know about Chiapetta? The S.J. Crystal's building was originally
Sure, absolutely.
Chiapetta, the second location.
Yeah.
You know that, Donnie?
You told me that the other day, and I was like, I don't remember that.
Yeah, clothing store, not just shoes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of history in that building too.
It was built in 53.
The Crinkers Hallmark store.
Yeah, that's what I remember when I was younger. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, last one. Big Star or The Spot?
Micayla.
You got to know this one,
Oh
right?
yeah, this one's easy.
Big Star.
Good.
What's your order?
Good.
Usually a burger and fries.
Okay.
Just hamburger?
Cheeseburger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Double cheeseburger or?
Doesn't matter.
Oh.
Both good.
She'll smash them. She loves.
Do you get a
Big
root
Star.
beer with it?
Personally, I don't like root beer.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Dr. Pepper for her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely
Big Star family.
Big Star family.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good choice. Good
Yeah.
choice. All right. Well, that was our Kenosha Connects, and that was brought to you by Union Park Tavern.
And what time is it now, Donnie?
Ding, ding, ding. It is trivia time.
And trivia is brought to you by The Letter Machine, located at 725 50th Street. They are Kenosha's go-to apparel store for yourself, your company, your event, or anything you need.
They specialize in it all. Yes, they can customize shirts, hats, tote bags, and more. They will make your vision a reality. And if you're looking to support a Kenosha business, go to their website, thelettermachine.com, and check out their retail shop where they provide amazing apparel for hundreds of local businesses.
Hundreds?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, like schools, businesses, media influencers, just like us, the Ktown Connects podcast. We have our own website. We can get shirts with our pictures on it. Who doesn't want that, right? So go check out The Letter Machine.
Love The Letter Machine.
Who doesn't?
Great job.
Who doesn't?
Good people over there.
Yeah, they are.
All right, guys. First trivia segment today. You both are going to take Donnie on in this 100% legitimate, totally not skewered, fair, on the level trivia game. So you two against Donnie. Best of 3 questions.
All right.
So we got the randomizer. We got to pull out of here. It's on our table here. I got to pull it out and get the figure out what the subject's going to be. So hold on. Okay, there's a randomizer. Let's give it a good little spin. What's so funny, Donnie?
I just love the randomizer.
Yeah, that thing is
The
awesome.
random subject here is men's clothing.
Wow.
Oh,
I don't know how that
That's
came
crazy.
up.
Yeah.
So I have 3
I win?
questions for each of you. Would you like to go first? Or like Donnie to go first.
Let's see Donnie go first.
Great.
All right. Donnie, are you ready for this? Your first question.
I'm
here.
ready.
Donnie, what is the small loop of fabric found on the back of a dress shirt, originally used by sailors to hang their shirts, called?
Oh, God.
A loop?
I need to be more specific.
Yeah, you definitely have to be more.
A painter's hook? I don't know. Loop? I don't know.
You guys suck!
That's called a locker loop. I would also take in Fruit Loop or Fairy Loop. But you didn't get it right.
No.
There's a lot of more worse names than that, too.
Oh, wow.
I'm glad I did not take that one. 'Cause there's only one phrase that I know for that. and it's not to be said.
Oh, I'm gonna have to Google that.
Yeah, that's going to be off the air. I'll let you know. I'll just tell you off the air.
All right, Shad, here's your I think you might know these. I don't know. But,
I hope I do.
yeah, Shad, what measurement is usually listed first on a men's dress shirt size? The neck or the sleeve?
Always the neck.
Yay!
You got that right. All right.
Good job.
Thanks. I know what I'm doing. Wow.
Here's your second question. What is the small horizontal pocket sometimes found above the right main pocket on a suit jacket called?
The handkerchief pocket.
You guys suck!
No, that's called a ticket pocket, or I would have taken a change pocket or a cash pocket.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the reason why. So those tickets, like back in the day, you used to get tickets for valet, for your car, for your jacket, and all that kind of stuff. So that ticket would go right in there.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, now, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Shad, you're up 2-0 here.
Okay.
So you get all three here perfectly. All right. I don't know. This one's tough, though.
Okay.
If someone asks for a 38R suit jacket, what does the R stand for?
Well, there's multiple lengths in jackets. So you have a short, you have your regular, you have your long, and you have extra longs. You have your portly. So the R stands for regular.
Okay. I would just taken regular. That's fine.
I'm showing off a little bit here. Come on, man. I don't get to do this every day.
All right, Donnie, here's your last question here. Now, Donnie, many zippers have the YKK logo on it. It's the biggest zipper company in the world. What does YKK stand for? And Donnie, I'm gonna give you some.
Man, Donnie,
I'll just slide a little bit on this. I'm not gonna. You have to be exact, but if you can kind of get it, I think I might. I think you can get this.
Wait, can you repeat the question?
All right. So you've seen zippers? They have the YKK logo on them, especially like older, like Levi's, things like that. Mm-hmm. The YKK on there. It's the biggest zipper company in the world.
Yeah.
What does YKK stand for?
I know this one.
Do you? I mean, come on. Nah, you don't know this one.
I do.
I'm getting the Kevin thing ready.
It's it's Yoshimo Kai something bro co. Am I close?
So close.
Am I close?
You're not close enough.
You guys suck!
It was Yoshida.
Wait, you know what?
Shad,
No,
you know
I don't know that. No. I don't know why you got these hard ones, man.
It's the randomizer, man.
Jeez,
Totally
the
fair.
randomizer hates you, bro.
It's,
This is your show, right, Don?
it's Yoshida Kanyo Kabushikashia.
Yeah.
I could have totally guessed it.
Yeah.
She would have
I
got
knew
it.
you
She knew it.
I knew you knew it. I knew you knew it.
All right, from a score of 3-0, our guests have beaten Donnie. But shocker.
Well, congratulations, you guys.
I'm glad I had you go first. Man.
Yeah. Well, you both win a Ktown
Nice.
koozie courtesy of the lettering
Yes, sir.
machine.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much, lettering machine.
Well, congratulations on these 2 new shops.
Thank you, Donnie. Appreciate it.
So
Cheers.
that is Her Clothing and
Stitches Tailor Shop. 4906
There we go.
7th Avenue.
Yes, they got the websites ready to go. HerClothingShop.com, StitchesTailorShop.com. Follow on Instagram at Her Clothing Kenosha, and get ready for everything else coming soon. Her Clothing will be opening soon, so stay tuned for
Absolutely.
that. Stitches Tailor Shop is open now.
Open and ready for you guys.
It's ready. Get everything you need there.
Absolutely.
You know, this is amazing. We're very happy for both of you.
Thanks for having us.
I mean, this is great. This is just what Kenosha and downtown needs.
Exactly, definitely.
I
Women's
love
Boutique.
it.
We
I
need
love
that
it.
down here. So, hey, we want to let everyone know, make sure they leave us a 5-star review on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, or 2-star. Just give us a review.
Yeah, just anything. Give us a thumbs down.
I mean, you
for
lasted
credit.
this long, so you can't be that bad.
Yeah, right?
yeah, no one said anything that bad.
Yeah. So don't forget about the hotline at ktownconnects.com. I'd like to thank all of our great sponsors. We have a few of them, including the law offices of Frank J. Parise,
Shannon Franklin of Remax Elite,
Porta Kenosha Beverage House.
About Time Moving Systems.
Casey Family Options.
Faded Barbershop for Men.
Dick House Czak.
Wink Beauty Boutique.
Frank's Diner.
Aaron Hunzinger of AH Did It.
Union Park Tavern.
Lucci's Grandview.
The Larry Machine.
Public Brewing Company.
A Plus Mobility.
Alpaca Art.
Lakeshore Pedal Tour.
Salise and Company.
And the White Lilac.
Hey, I heard they're rebuilding, so
That's what I hear. Wow,
that's great.
awesome.
You know, thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors. We could not do it without you. We could, but
Well, and thank you to all the great listeners and all the supporters out there.
Yep,
We
and-
love them all. And to all the naysayers, what do we say to them, Donnie?
I don't say that line anymore, Jason.
You said it before. Say
This is
it.
a PG show.
Say it.
I was super drunk on that episode.
Say it again.
We are Connecting Kenosha.
Fuck 'em.
I won't say it anymore unless I'm super drunk.
Yeah, that's fun, guys.
That's good.
Everything
Great.
about that was right.
Okay, I gotta get a picture.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys together.
Just do it now. Let's get together.
Should we put in these two?
Listen.
Closer, boo boo.
Take a look at our best sellers. This is always a hit. So is this. This one gets them every time. We blink and this one's gone.